Greetings, Earthlings. I'm back again with another astro video today. And today we're going to talk about Mars in the third house. So Mars, first of all, represents action, movement, attraction, stamina, aggression, and assertiveness. If you have Mars in the third house, you're going to be a really fiery communicator. Is this going to be just natural in your communication style? You might have a lot of debates and arguments with your neighbors and your siblings. And this might be the placement where you actually really enjoy debating with people. Mars has a lot of energy and stamina here. And being in the third house, you're also going to be really interested in pursuing things of the mind, expressing yourself, and writing and learning. Any way that you can, you'll be a really bold communicator here with this placement as well. And Mars in the third house has like a really sharp mind. They're usually really intelligent. They can really enjoy mental games and puzzles and word games and stuff like that. They need that stimulation as well. They will really thrive off of it. Excuse me. And yeah, at times with Mars in the third house, there can be quite a lot of tension with your siblings or your neighbors sometimes. Like maybe the Mars in the third house native isn't even trying to argue with these people, but then they will try to argue with the Mars in the third house native, and then it's kind of hard for a Mars in the third house to back down from a debate or an argument once it's started and going, and especially if it gets heated and their emotions are involved. Yeah, they're gonna want to finish that with their words, usually just their words. They might travel a lot. They might have like a lot of infrequent travels as well with Mars in the third house. And they might be really like fast when they talk and communicate as well in their speech, and kind of just very, again, direct and blunt, like just straight to the point. They usually don't beat around the bush. And sometimes this can rub people the wrong way in communicating. So it's just important for Mars in the third house to be mindful of when they're communicating with people. And they might not even mean to be sounding like super aggressive, you know? It's kind of a natural thing that happens. Yeah. And be careful with your neighbors too. Like, you could, like, Mars in third house could just be chilling, and your neighbors might try and start some really like petty stuff with you and fight over you. And so Mars in third house kind of has to be careful with that as well. They will probably have like a lot of various communications as well, being in the third house. This is also the house of Gemini, so yeah, and Gemini is like a lot of variety going on, and they need that stimulation and love to be learning and talking and communicating. So with Mars here, it's like that, but like really, really bold, really direct, very strong. It could be forceful at times. So Mars in the third house also needs to be careful that they're not trying to push their ideas or opinions on people too much, and leave an open space for people to also express their opinions and how they feel and what they think, you know, and not be too pushy and believing that their way is the only way and what they believe is the only right way and everyone else is dumb, because that's not really helpful here, you know. They can be great lawyers, great communicators, great writers, oh my god, great announcers, speakers, orators. Just powerful. They could really help motivate people with their speech. They're very ambitious usually in their communication. So this is actually really good placement for a writer as well, or even a lawyer, because they will also be able to defend and protect you with Mars here. And also, again, with Mars here, when it comes to like your siblings and your family, your neighbors, they will also be able to really protect these people. So if somebody messes with their family their neighbors, they will stand up and they will not be afraid to fight, especially their siblings. They are not afraid to throw down. And they're gonna prioritize their intellectual pursuits, their intellectuality. Learning is gonna be super important for them. They're just gonna have fun. Like, they're gonna have so much drive to just keep going with their education. Usually, depends what else is in the chart, But yeah, Mars in the third house is like super fiery and spicy in communicating. They can also kind of talk with their hands a lot, being also in the house of Gemini and that Mercurial influence as well. And they also might be really flexible and like ambidextrous as well. So that's pretty cool. And then they can also get really excited, easily excited about their own ideas, and act on them really quick, usually, like pretty fast. Sometimes they could be a little impulsive. That might happen too, with Mars here in the third house. And they also might be really attracted to hands. The arms, the strong looking arms, definitely the mind. Like, if you're smart and you can reach a Mars in the third house and communicate with them intellectually, like, you probably have their attention just off of that alone. Because again, being in this Gemini house, like, it is a lot of intellectual stimulation. And also Mercury in Gemini also is like associated with hands and the arms, so a lot of movement. Could be a lot of creating as well with the hands. And they might also really enjoy like receiving like good massages and stuff. And Reiki would also be another cool one. This would be powerful for Mars in the third house if they're interested in that as well. And they will just naturally be powerful communicators with this and be able to express a lot and very boldly. And it's not always like super aggressive is not like necessarily bad. They could just be really forthright, like very honest, very blunt, and yeah, they're gonna really care about their intellectual pursuits. And they might also get a little frustrated with people who aren't taking it as seriously. And then if you're like a little bit slower, they might get impatient because Mars is like really fast and quick moving. Also in the house of Gemini, which again is like all this stimulation and all this stuff going on. So they could also easily kind of get bored too. So it's really important for them to make sure they're investing in things that they truly care about and being around people that they truly care about but can also trust. Because then too, they might also have to deal with a lot of various people in their lives coming and going from their home or around their neighborhood and their siblings, or a lot of contact there. And that could easily get irritating, like maybe they have some siblings or something that's just constantly bugging them and bothering them. And so you just got to be mindful of that and not to unnecessarily take your anger out also on your siblings or your neighbors. Find some healthy ways to channel that anger. And for Mars in the third house, it would be really great to invest in writing and journaling, especially to express one's anger or frustrations as well. Yeah, so have a good night. If you enjoy this video, give me a like and see you later, man. Dudes, peeps, peace.